So the YouTube strategy I'm about to break down in this video at a minimum makes $1.2 million per year. And you can deem it as boring, whatever the case. It works for agencies, SaaS companies, and info product companies. You can see all the results on the screen right here. 30K for this client, 8.5K for this client, 10K off of one video for this client. This is going to be a very practical video where I'm going to break down, show dashboards, how we come up with our ideation, go into the live accounts of these clients so you can, one, get the newest insights of what's actually happening on YouTube right now. And second, I want you to be able to plug and play the system and apply it to your business. So by the end of this video, that is my goal. So the first thing I want to hit is for all the people that think you need a huge audience or just following to be able to print cash on YouTube. This is my personal video. So I'm doing what I preach. Before I even get into my client results, let me show you guys that this can actually work. This video has 400 views. It's cash. I did $7,000. A high ticket client paid me on this video. I'm going to share the insights that, one, stop small channels from growing, and two, what I did to actually collect cash, but also my clients. So, I mean, with this video, I think the first thing here that a lot of people don't do well is they don't properly leverage their content within their funnel. And I have a client example for this as well, but this is a client case study interview that I ran with my client that we helped them make $235,000 in 10 days direct from YouTube organic. And I was able to leverage this within my sales funnel with this client that booked a call, and he ended up paying me personally $7K for an offer, right? And this is just like proof that YouTube can work, because when I closed this deal, I believe my YouTube channel had less than 1,000 subscribers, and it definitely had less views than 420 views now. So that's how I think about that. Leveraging the content properly is super, super important. And to get into the second topic, this is our client, Sebastian. So we took Sebastian from 300 subscribers all the way to, he's at like 3.5K subscribers now. And a huge, huge part of this game as well, once again, is the leveraging part. But another thing that can help is something that I like to call a launch strategy. So like I said, Seb had 300 subscribers on his channel before we started working with him. What you can do if you have a smaller channel is you can leverage a launch strategy, which in this case, I can show you guys how that's done. So if I come down here to the original videos that we were posting for Seb, but he was able to leverage his small audience on his Twitter, on his, I guess, IG, his TikTok, and they became subscribers on his channel. And what I recommend, honestly, if you're starting exactly from zero, or if you just have a small audience, is get your existing audience to tap into your YouTube and subscribe to your channel and build up an organic following there before you post your first video. That way you don't have to like push your video to external traffic when you first upload it. If you're not starting from zero, I just want to break down what actually worked here for Seb for us to scale from zero when it came to cash collected to over 60K in just 5 weeks. Now it's over multiple six figures just from YouTube organic. And main things first, when I was doing a strategy doc, you have to figure out what your competitive edge is and allow that to bleed throughout your content. The main thing is that your competitive edge cannot be faked. A lot of you are trying to fake some AI angle or some random thing. Really dig deep and figure out what is making you different from your competitors, because at the end of the day, if someone's going to buy your product on YouTube, they're also watching these other competitors on YouTube. So you have to think in your mind, what would make me different to a point where someone feels like they want to buy my product over a competitor? And that is the competitive edge. That's your story, how you're different, how you're unique, your strategy. For Seb's case, he made 165K in profit with TikTok Shop in a month. That's something that we were able to leverage a lot. So one of our first videos has 3.6K views for this reason, but it also has good structure, also has good execution, which I'm going to be covering in the later parts of the videos where I show you guys a mid-sized channel and then a bigger client. Because I want to just run through all scales when it comes to YouTube and show you guys that it's really possible at every single level, no matter if you have a dead channel and you want to post new content starting from zero, or you already have an active YouTube and just want to improve your content. I want to break every single thing down. And I covered this in my last video. I have tons of other videos on my channel as well that you guys should check out after this. But Seb necessarily didn't get the most views on every video. Like, we just actually stayed consistent and we were focused on making good content that leveraged that competitive edge. So we had 3.6K views here on our second video, and we don't get another pop-off video till this full TikTok Shop free course, which is another proven format that we leverage and just bought it to the TikTok Shop niche because it hadn't been done here. So another piece of sauce or advice for you guys is take winning formats. Do not copy people's content word for word. Take winning formats from adjacent niches, indirect competitors, broad YouTube, and you can even look directly in your niche. But when you're looking directly in your niche, you have to find a way to make that content new, but also better. So in the new aspect, what can I mention new inside of my video, or what can I show new inside of my thumbnail that's gonna make someone appeal to click on this? And then better, how can you give more value? How can you explain topics better? Can you show the video practically? Can you break it down live? Those are 2 components you need to actually go ahead and make YouTube content work. And that's how I think we've crushed it with Seb's channel. I mean, if you just look at our most popular content, it shows that you can take a channel from 0 and just scale it up to printing hella cash. And it's the same thing for our client, Jeremy Moser, who has already closed a high ticket lead from YouTube already in our first month. And now we're on month 2, and you can see like consistency is just a huge thing. 6 days ago, 9 days ago, like we're focused on posting consistently and just actually taking those proven formats that have worked in online business videos and, you know, info product videos, and adapting it to his niche of Instagram, and then tapping into his competitive edge and allowing that to bleed throughout every video. So we're leveraging his client results, we're leveraging how he works with the biggest names in the space, all these things, and then being able to actually leverage this YouTube content inside of his sales funnel, on his landing page, all that good stuff. One thing I want to mention is that Sebastian was the best at actually leveraging his YouTube content. So he's using it within pre-call assets, SMS, email lists, follow-up sequences. So if you want to really get the best out of YouTube as a small channel, you have to be tapped into these things as well. And if you're a bigger channel and you're not doing these things, you definitely better start right now, because I can see it just instantly increasing how much more money that you will make off of YouTube organic directly. Now to get to the mid-sized channels, we have my guy, Tom Trades. There's another live dashboard. You can see off this one YouTube video alone, he cashed out to 7.5K. And this goes to show that, one, YouTube works, and I want to show you guys a practical cash collector behind this videos, but I want to show you what we actually implemented on his channel that you can apply to your channel if you're already posting, or if you see like you're having struggles within growing. I just want to break down what's actually working right now so you have those insights actually applied to yourself. So if you're already posting existing content, I feel like the biggest thing is you have to go in and actually audit yourself. You have to figure out, one, and this is a problem that a lot of people don't necessarily do, because they feel like, okay, if your content's winning, yes, double down on that, but there could be gaps that you're missing out on capitalizing on when you don't audit your own content. So what I'm doing when I'm auditing someone's channel is, one, what's working extremely well that we want to double down on. 2, what is not working that we need to cut out. And 3, what's possible once we cut those things out and actually double down on the good things. So that's what we simply did for Tom's channel. We saw that he had an extreme edge in actually breaking down these technical ways of trading to basically anyone. Like it's super seamless. Like I could even understand what he was saying inside these videos, and the way he uses Miro boards and just like kind of visualizes it to people. But on the bad end, Tom's videos did not have a lot of structure. So you can see, like, even right now, we're not getting the most views compared to like his channel average. But what do we have? One, we actually have a proper funnel of content. So a lot of you guys are just posting random videos here and there. We have top of funnel content, middle funnel content, bottom of funnel content. So for bottom of funnel, for example, we have this client case study interview here. For top of funnel content, the smartest and safest route to make 10K per month day trading in 2026. Then we have middle funnel content, how to trade prop firms the right way in 2026. So we're hitting people at every part of this funnel, whether they come from ads, whether they come from IG, whatever the case may be. We have a video on the channel that will help them out. And then inside these videos, practically, there's more structure. And when I say structure, I mean in terms of the scripting aspect. And we're making these scripts without him like being a bot, because he's good on camera. We have trainings for our clients to get better on camera. But the scripting process is way more dialed. He's making more proper CTAs, so his call to actions are more subtle and they are seamlessly put into the video. And I can even break that down for you guys, because you don't want to have these hard random CTAs. You want to do CTAs in a certain way so they can actually work. And lastly, I feel like our videos are actually positioned to more so target our ICP now. Prior here, there's not a lot of desired outcomes within the thumbnails. The videos do look technical, but I feel like now we've been able to attract more of an ICP, even though the views are a little bit lower, and you can always leverage this YouTube content forever, which is the best part about it. So if I watch this video right here, which did, make a 7.5K, I just want to break down the hook structure, go a little bit into the body, the CTA, so you guys can understand how we're actually doing it, and so you can apply it for your own business. All right, let's review this.
My first 2.5 years of trying to become a profitable trader, I was a complete failure. I blew dozens of accounts, wasted thousands of hours, and I felt like I made almost zero progress. But now, after over 6 years of trading, I've made over $1.2 million last year.
So what that was right there was, it was a mix of storytelling but also proof. So we related to our ICP in the hook, but then we drop proof that makes, like, it confirms the click. So them clicking on the video of, okay, I want to know the smartest and safest route to get 10K per month. We need proof to validate who Tom is as soon as they click, which is why we mentioned that $1 million right away. So the first part of your hook is going to be the proof.
Yeah, and what I'm about to share is the most reliable.
Then we go into the plan. So what is he going to actually cover in this video? He says, what I'm going to share is the most valuable, blah, blah, blah. And we have this later in this video animation, and we're kind of foreshadowing what's going to come in the video.
Step-by-step path to becoming a consistent profitable trader and scaling to 10K per month in 2026. And this is exactly what
And then lastly, you have a promise. So with the promise, you're giving them a reason of why they should feel a need to watch the rest of the video and stay to the end. And what you should think about is, okay, like, if they don't watch this video to the end, what are they going to miss out on? Or if they do watch this video to the end, what are they going to gain? So that's what we do with this part of the script. You're going to listen to Tom here.
Wish I'd done when I first started trading. I would have saved thousands of dollars.
So he says he wishes he'd done this when he first started trading, and he would have saved thousands of dollars. So it gives him a need to be like, oh shoot, if I watch this now, then I won't make those similar mistakes as Tom did.
And become profitable in half the time. So let's get into it.
And become profitable in half the time. Then we get into it. Our hooks ideally are under 30 seconds. That's what we do here.
So the first stage of...
Then we're into the video. Once again, we're tapping into his competitive edge. He's great at these visualization docs and running through strategy. So we want to keep that part of the process. But now in the body, we gave him structure by showing him how to set up the topic that he's going to talk about, bring tension around that topic, and then actually resolve that topic by giving them the actual sauce that they came for. Within your body, the setup, aka the introduction part of your body, is why is this said topic important? So he's going to basically cover, oh, this is the 0 per month stage. At this stage, you're going through blank, blank, and blank, but you're not giving them the sauce, right? Then he goes into bringing tension and relating to the audience. So he basically broke down how he took his win rate from 50% all the way to 85% and what it took within that process. But within that, he also showed the things that, they shouldn't be doing. He gave practical advice. He showed what's possible there. And then he gives them the resolution on how they're actually going to get to 10K per month. He says it's prop firms, but not only prop firms, you need to be journaling your trades. And then he practically shows them journaling your trades like this. Then we now open loop it to phase 2, which in phase 2 of any process, we simply look to do our CTAs after the second piece of value in the video. So I'm going to break down how the CTA looks like and how you guys can replicate similar for your business. All right, so let's review this so you guys can see practically.
Flow through all your accounts and set yourself back to phase 1. And so if you want to download my exact strategy that I've used to have around 80% win rates and work directly with me to become a guaranteed 6-figure funded trader this year and get the exact same results of dozens of other traders that have gone through this program, finally getting funded, getting their first payouts, getting to 10, 15, 20K per month, just click the link in the description below and you can apply to work directly with me and skip years of learning, failing, wasting thousands of hours trying to guess your way into becoming a consistently profitable trader. But now let's move on to the next phase, how we can increase our risk, increase our capital to make more money trading, scale to 10, 15, 20K per month.
So you guys can see like how seamless and smooth that was. It's a sub 2 CTA. We leverage a lot of social proof. It doesn't feel forced, and it's kind of just like thrown into the video, and it ties back to what he was already talking about in the script. So that is my advice when it comes to call to actions. We made similar changes for our client here, Nate Barger. He actually had a dead channel prior to working with us, even though if I come here, you guys are going to see that he has, 100,000 subscribers. But we're going to break down our content prior to working with Nate, and they have cash collected, I think, it should be like over 30K on the month of March. Right now it's the 24th, and it's directly from our YouTube content. So 1 month of changes prior to working with us. I mean, they were posting this interview content. They were even posting shorts on YouTube. They had no idea what they were really doing, and they weren't getting views. They genuinely were not making money. Like, genuinely were not making money off of YouTube Organic. Then this was our first video right here. The best way, well, we actually packaged this video, but our first actual video fully done for you, the best way to make money with real estate in 2026. And ever since then, we've been able to make more money. And that's because it's a structure game once again. So here, they're not doing YouTube properly. YouTube is a game of structure and execution. So if you're taking your knowledge of paid ads, or you're taking your knowledge of short form content, or you're taking your knowledge of direct response and thinking that applies to YouTube, it's not necessarily going to work. You need to understand how to play the YouTube game, how to package thumbnails, how to do ideation, how to script videos. And that's what we did to take Nate from making $0 to now his YouTube channel is actually ROI positive. So I highly, highly recommend you leverage proven formats and then take those from there and tap into your competitive edge take the live audience feedback that you're getting from your sales team, from your sales objections, from your comments, DMs, insights from being in the trenches with your clients, those are the proven formats. Leverage your competitive edge within those videos, and this is how you post content that the niche wants, but nobody is making. And it's also how you differentiate yourself, and become a trailblazer instead of a copycat in your niche. Making content that instead of you copying other people, people are copying your content. And that's what we're looking to do with every single one of our clients, and it comes back to that competitive edge. Then with our biggest clients like Blake, who we're having videos like I think this video and then the last two videos after this have done over 100K views. With people like that, I mean, it really comes back. Like this channel, you guys can see 100K per month just off Blake's YouTube and just like the YouTube ecosystem that the PV boys use. And even if I come here, just off of our bio link, we've cashed out to 10K. So like, it's not luck at all. It comes down, and I feel like the biggest insight that we've realized with Blake is like, the more practical you can be in your videos, the better. So Blake does a lot of live trading stuff, and this can apply to any niche. So it's two takeaways. One, practical content wins. If you can show a live workout, a live trade, you live building a TikTok shop account, you live scaling an agency, people want to see the practicality behind stuff. And then second, mixing entertainment content with education content. This builds things that have a high TAM that can reach as many people as possible, and maximizes your views and maximizes your cash collected content. And this is what we've done with not only Blake, but if I pull up our client Warrior Babe, who we've made multiple six figures, I'll show you guys how we've done similar for them. But it's in a lot of Blake's videos. We have the vlogs here, we have our trading content, the my stories, so we know what works here. And I'm going to show you an example in another different niche. So if you guys come here, let me see if I could zoom out. This is the client where you guys can see how many leads. I'm not going to really read it out, but how many leads off of these videos, how many clicks. It's due because our content was practical and also our structure. So what we were experiencing on this channel prior was audience fatigue by using the same format over and over again. You have to figure out how to spin things up, which is like how we made our recent outlier. The only two exercises you need to fix your bat wings after 40. So after you have formats that work, like this video right here, this video right here, this video, your audience starts to get rinsed out. It's called audience fatigue. From there, you have to figure out, how can I make my content new and how can I make my content better? So we found a new angle, which was the bat wings. And then better, are we showing practically within the videos, or is this video just taking a look at how our last videos perform and seeing how we can one up that video? And this has been a recent outlier. We've done it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of the most popular and viewed videos on the channel have been made by us. But not only that, they're collecting multiple six figures. If you're looking to do the same with your info product business, your SaaS company, your agency in 2026, just click the first link down below to book a call, to talk with me, see if we can work together and figure something out. Other than that, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.